Alright, let's see what they got. Ooh, some slick counters there. Ooh, yeah. An open stance into orthodox. Close stance now. Orthodox versus conventional. And at any second, he's probably gonna go back to southpaw. There you go. that was some pretty quick reactions there. So something that's really noticeable in this sparring session or this sparring clip is the fact that they're not going too hard. They're really just focusing on decision making, and obviously they're not, doing things that they would regularly do in a real fight, and that's something that obviously they benefit from because their decision making is pretty decent. Now for Ruffy, something that really impresses me is the fact that he's able to be offensive and remain pretty much on a decent position, fighting from the orthodox stance and from the southpaw stance. Now we don't really see that much action from Ruffy in the orthodox position, but I think that that's something that could definitely benefit him later on in the future, especially when he starts entering against bouts with higher skilled fighters, especially as he makes his way up in the rankings. Right here he is in the orthodox position, and then we do see him take some decision making and some offensive schemes in the southpaw position as well. So that's something that's always good to see, a southpaw fighter working on his orthodox game. There's a lot of fighters out there that just fight from the orthodox position, and I think that they're just limiting themselves. But obviously Ruffy is a smart guy, and he's not limiting himself. He is trying to at least be offensive from both stances. So hopefully we do see him pretty much implement that game at some point in the future whenever we do see him fight again. Okay, so something that I noticed in this sparring clip, and I think that any fighter out there that pretty much comes into the same realization that I'm about to make in this video could pretty much come up with a good game plan to beat John Silva, because John Silva is a fighter that likes to plant his feet and engage in the 50-50. He doesn't know that he is giving up a lot, and I mean a lot, of real estate. He's the shorter fighter coming forward, and Ruffy, being the longer guy, is just making him walk into strikes and walk into counters, like we just saw right there in that clip. John Silva, in my honest opinion, should look to try to take some more disengagements, and he should definitely try to feint more and not be too predictable with his entries. I think that Ruffy, in my honest opinion, with him being a natural counter striker, because he is a natural southpaw, just understands the overall concept of being a counter fighter. And I don't think that John Silva really, in my opinion, understands the fact that whenever you are fighting a counter striker, you cannot be too predictable with your movements or with your game plan. So obviously this is just very short sparring footage, like I need to reiterate that. But yeah, the questions are there, or the red flags are there for John Silva, because he is a fighter that likes to give up a lot of real estate. And what I mean by that is a lot of valuable space where he could be a lot less predictable with his entry. Like right now, he's literally walking into jabs. He's walking into jabs. Like, come on. I wish I could scream through the freaking clip and just tell John Silva, like, be patient, freaking throw feints, walk to the left, walk to the right. John Silva is a very aggressive fighter. But I just feel like the one thing that John Silva could benefit from is literally disengaging, walking left, walking right, right? And not just being so predictable, being the shorter guy, you know, coming forward, because you need to come forward being the shorter guy to land on your opponent, right? You need to be very, very careful with your entries. And John Silva is a very, very aggressive guy. And I just feel like he needs to be a little bit smarter whenever he's fighting taller guys that are natural counter fighters like Ruffy. Because in my opinion, even though this is a very short clip and it is a very light sparring session, I just think that Ruffy got the better of him. Like, literally, he walks into another counter. Like, come on, man. But that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I cannot wait to see what both of these guys are able to do in their division. I think that Ruffy is a very, very smart counter fighter, natural counter fighter. I think that he is able to do some great things in the striking department. Yet to see what he's able to do in grappling and wrestling. There has not been a fighter in the lightweight division that has been able to challenge him on those departments. But, you know, hopefully we do see some great things from him in the near future. For John Silva, obviously he is climbing up the ranks very, very quickly. He just beat Bryce Mitchell. Don't know who's going to be his next challenge. I think it might be that one England dude, forgot his name. Leron Murphy, I think that's his name. But yeah, hopefully we do see, you know, some good things for both of these guys, because I have a very, very high stock on both of them. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, it's a pleasure. Peace out. Have a good one.